Hey, good morning. This is Bharat Surendran, and I'm from Chennai. And this presentation is going to be about 7 qualities of an entrepreneur. Now, why am I doing this presentation? Because I am supposed to record a presentation for NISBAT TOT, Train the Trainer program. And I myself, a faculty, I'm a trainer by profession. I have been into this for quite some years. Now, this is the program which I'm going to present. This is going to be about 7 qualities of an entrepreneur. Now, if I can really talk about what are the qualities, there are so many different qualities of entrepreneur. But then what I have done is I have handpicked some 5 qualities, which are major critical elements for a successful entrepreneur. Number one, let me see. Go through the thing. Is number one is passion. Of course, you know today that you need to have passion in order to become successful. And if you talk to any entrepreneur, any kind of entrepreneur, he would be suggesting that passion comes in one of the most top on the list. And say, for example, Steve Jobs said that you have to keep looking until you find it. So if you're not passionate, you're supposed to keep looking to find your passion area. And he also said, stay hungry and stay foolish, which means that you have to find your passion. So passion is so important, and without passion, you don't have the energy, the flow for you to go and do what you're supposed to do. So if you, for a business, this is a very critical element. Making money is on one side, but when you choose the right kind of business for you, then it becomes easy for you to build that particular business. An example, Richard Branson says that it's all about passion, and he built companies which mere out of passion. He built companies like Virgin Music, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Mobiles, and so many other companies. And right now, I think he has more than 300 companies, professionally managed companies. He also passionately works with other entrepreneurs, not just he's alone an entrepreneur. He works with other entrepreneurs who create multiple businesses. So one is passion. So next, let's go to the next, understanding about your strengths. And if you really see, any entrepreneur has to understand their strengths, weaknesses, 2 things. And any MBA program, you always find, you would have heard about something called SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis is needed for any entrepreneur to understand what is his strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threats. Now, if you really have to understand, you have to understand your strength. Any entrepreneur has to have to find what is that they are good at. So what am I good at? Am I good at this? Am I good at that? So you say, for example, somebody is very good at one particular area of the business, and somebody is not good at one particular area of business. What he has to do, he has to find what are the skill sets he has, what are the talents he has, what are the things which he can leverage, and also about the weaknesses, and also about the skill sets which actually can use other people's skill sets. Let's say, for example, weakness. What you have to understand, what are the weakness you have which you can compensate with other talents. I'll give a small, just a small case study of one of my clients who is called SSB Software company, where I used to do some training program for them. The company is run by somebody called Mahalingam, and this man has built a small organization with around, say, 15 to 20 software developers and programmers and our software architects and so on. And what exactly he has done is, in his organization, his core strength, if you really see, his core strength is about production, is about building products, and products particularly software products. So what he has done, he's not good at the sales, he's not good at the marketing, he's not good at the other operational things, but he's actually good at building products. So what he has done is he has selected certain specific industries. For example, he's into healthcare. So in healthcare domain, he has built software. He also, in education, he has built software. Products, different kinds of product catering to different segments of the markets. And they have taken this product, and what he has done, instead of having a sales force inside, what he has done is he has leveraged with other people, other XYZ organizations who are good at sales, and just given them the they made them channel partners. Channel partners, and they made them joint venture partners so that they would be able to sell. So it's a leveraging other people's strength, and that's what we are supposed to do as any entrepreneur. Number three, where it is the most important thing is being autonomous and being entrepreneur always want freedom. Why an entrepreneur why somebody becomes an entrepreneur? Because you always like to have the freedom. You always like to have the autonomy to make sure that you create your own product, services, market, strategy, systems, process, whatever it is. Here I would like to quote one of the important entrepreneur. And I think if you're a participant, you have to just think about what is that which you makes actually what is that you actually want as an entrepreneur? Why do you want to have a 9 to 5 job kind of thing? Where even as an entrepreneur, most of the entrepreneurs are actually or owning a job in the sense they are part of the day to day business, obviously, but then they always want to make sure that they want to be autonomous. And I will give you an example of a very successful entrepreneur who actually wanted autonomy and how he built his business. For example, Ray Kroc. Ray Kroc was actually a sales guy who was selling. What to say? He was actually selling multi mixers for restaurants. And so slowly from the fixed job, salary job, he actually converted himself into a commission sales sales guy. And later, what he did is he struck a deal with the two brothers and started selling franchises. And he became totally autonomous, and his company became bigger and bigger, and it became $1 billion company, none other than your McDonald's. So this is what exactly an entrepreneur needs. Entrepreneur always wants autonomy. Number four is, we say, always think outside the box. And entrepreneurs always think outside the box. They are not the regular mode most of the time. In fact, it's not that you have to have a unique idea or unique things to come out with, even if it is an existing idea. But there is a little bit of tweeting that you have to do, that is by thinking outside the box. Here I would like to quote an example. Nescafe, for example, came out with a concept called espresso a long time back. And what they did is they created a machine. It's a coffee mining machine. And they actually gave it to free, even many places they install freely for people to use it. Here, what exactly the catch is, the coffee powder, which comes in a kind of a tablet, which has to be fed into the machine. The machine was producing coffee, and it became a super duper hit in the Europe, and it became one of the best-selling coffee in the history of the world. So that, for example, is an outside the box thinking, an example of outside the box thinking. And as an entrepreneur, you're supposed to think outside the box. Number five, to find the best opportunities. You have to find the best opportunities. It's not so easy finding the best opportunities, because in fact you have so many opportunities and you might get deviated, but then it is your optimism which actually makes you to choose the best opportunity. I would like to give an example here. Somebody who I have also personally met and had a small discussion with him. I've seen few of his speeches and programs. This man is a southern entrepreneur, from South India. It's called Sarat Babu, Food King. This guy was born in a family where he was very poor family, in a hut. To be frank, he was born in a hut in Chennai, where he never had even the basic necessities, and somewhere or the other his mother brought him up. She was just doing this idli business, in the roadside. And this guy was a brilliant boy. He studied. He went to BITS Pilani, did his engineering. Then he came back and worked for some time, and then he moved to IIM Ahmedabad doing his MBA. And after his MBA, he started a company called Food King, and Food King grew and became a big company, making more than 11 crore point of time per month, and he almost eventually shoot up more than 15 crore a month. So I think now, I don't know how big it is. It should be very big. So Food King was an example how an entrepreneur took an idea. It's so simple. An idea was nothing but food. So he wanted to make sure they specialize, particularly the South Indian dishes like the idli, dosa, all those kind of varieties. And he started supplying it to the B2B markets, particularly the B2B markets. Yeah. Here I would also like to suggest one particular important point. What exactly is that? When I said the strengths and weaknesses, here the best opportunity when you choose, both has a synchrony. You can synchronize these two. It is like, for example, there are companies which are good at the product, and these guys don't create products. There are companies that are good at the marketing aspect. So what are you good at, and how you can actually leverage the opportunity? That is what we're supposed to do as entrepreneurs. And number 6 is about forming teams and organizations. You cannot be a single man individual throughout your career as an entrepreneur, because being a one man show cannot fetch you sustainable results. So what you are supposed to do is to form teams and organizations. So when you start working with others, you build a team, build a company, organization. I think the organization will move to the next level. So you're not just building company around you. It's actually, in fact, the company is a separate entity which you are manifested, you created, and that's what an organization is. That's how entrepreneurs do. Number 7 is they leverage time, money, and work. And as I said, they delegate work to others. It's not just their own time, it is other people's time. They leverage other people's times. They leverage the bank's money, they get loans, they build capacity, and they deliver work. And these are the 7 critical, important qualities which we have to actually look out for any entrepreneur. So with this thought, what I would like to conclude, we have to have certain things which you have as an entrepreneur. These are few things which I would always like to think about: passion, talent, freedom, thinking outside the box, seeking opportunities, building teams, delegating work, and leveraging money, time, and effort. So with this presentation, I would like to sign off, and thank you for giving me a great opportunity. Thank you very much. See you. Thank you.